dropping by the GBDNtv Biz blog, and be sure to watch Bill Williams' full interview on the front page. And Bill, you mentioned something in the interview about trends helping people really deciding on a franchise business, not just because they might like to sell ice cream, as you say.
Right.
So how do people keep up with business trends?
Well, I think you stay current on reading and the media. There's a lot of information out there on the franchise industry. There's information on TV and certainly magazines and newspapers. So Wall Street Journal, Success Magazine, Inc. Magazine, those kinds of things. Fortune Magazine. Now, where are things going in the future? And you don't want to look so much at the past as to where things are going in the future, because that's where you're going to live.
Right,
so.
Like our aging population.
That's right, our aging population. Yeah, not us. No.
So you mentioned something about really getting to know the people that come to you, and they need to know themselves. And we both know that networking is a big part of growing a business.
Absolutely.
So if a person is not a people person, can they be successful in business?
Well, it can because it depends on the structure of the franchise, or of the business. So if, for example, you've got a more of an introverted owner, okay, and they need a strong sales effort, then go hire a salesperson. You are set up in a business where customers will come to you rather than you have to go out and talk to the customers. So provide a service like that, tax processing or something like that. So there's different ways to attend, but definitely you can do that.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that because you're definitely a people person. We talked about, you and I were talking about one time that were taking a long time to decide about getting into business or doing this particular business. What took you so long, and what made you change to jump into it?
Good question. Well, a long-time corporate guy, used to that regular paycheck, but very, very frustrated and unhappy with that life, and I knew I wanted to do something on my own, but I wasn't sure what. And so I went through a process. I went through an outplacement. I worked in outplacement activities. I worked for an outplacement company. I realized that I really enjoyed helping people start their careers over, take a new direction, things like that. So I got did some education on coaching and got into the pattern. It had to be the right time, like you said earlier. It's not for everybody, and it has to be the right time. And so it would just happen to be the right time for me, and kind of worked my way into it.
Yeah. So can you tell us, what are some of the stats on, the successes of a franchise and the failures of a franchise?
Well, I think there's failure of a startup is you can get staggering numbers. There's disagreement, but if you start from scratch, it's chances are not in your favor. Okay, if you look at some of the statistics that the International Franchise Association publishes, it's around 92% of franchise owners consider themselves successful. Now, that's a relative term because what success means to Diane or Bill, completely different. But still, just that word, they consider themselves successful is pretty strong. I think it's something like 85% would take the same path. They would choose the same business concept. And so, those are pretty strong numbers.
Yeah, right.
So,
great. Well, Bill, thank you so much for your advice today. This is certainly a strong consideration for many people who do want to get into business for themselves and get out of corporate America.
Well, it's an option. I believe people should explore every option available to them, and pick the one that's best for you and your family.
Right, and thank goodness they got somebody like you behind them.
Well, we're working on it. We're trying to help. So.
Good. Thanks so much, Bill.
Thanks to you.
And again, be sure to watch Bill's full interview on the front page. And thank you for dropping by the GBDNtv Biz blog. And if you haven't registered your company with GBDNtv, please do so. You'll get a lot of good exposure. Thanks again. This is Diane Bojino.